Well, I was gonna go to sleep, but screw it. Let's keep going. I want to play the Battle at Chancellorsville and see what happens. So let's go ahead and start it up. We'll be keeping our current organization and everything. Um, Actually, hold on. I want to see one thing first. I know you guys hate me just a little bit right now, but 11,000 recruits. So we'll get back up to about 40,000. So vanguard, rear guard. I want my center to comprise of my best troops. Third Corps can form the vanguard with their cavalry, and Second Corps can form the rear guard. What is our army number now? 3 corps of 9 divisions with 51 brigades. How do we get 51 brigades? How do we get 51 brigades? As I'm counting these up, and I'm getting 15, 15, and 15. Hold on, what am I without these guys? Okay, we're rear guard, vanguard, center. So my elite troops will form the center, which means we can commit them wherever. Our rear guard will be Harland, who will arrive at some point. He's honestly the lowest ranked, and our vanguard will be Third Corps. Not really sure why. I like McClellan. So we're going with McClellan. Because I'm the damn general. Vanguard is marching down the U.S. Ford Road. Our main army is approaching from Ellsford Road. Rearguard will arrive from Orange Turnpike. The vanguard is expected to arrive today, 30th April. To establish a camp at Chancellorsville Farm. And tomorrow, when more of the forces arrive, we will advance to meet Lee's army near Friedrichsburg. Expected to arrive today, 30th April at Chancellorsville Road Junction. So this is where we are. We will establish our camps at Chancellor's Farm. There. And move down this road to meet Lee's army somewhere along the way. And yeah, so Lee's army is probably somewhere up there. Oh, sweet. Ready to advance. So north side of the enemy on the river road. I'm honestly a little bit interested in this scenario. Actually, it's to the town of Fredericksburg. Okay, let's take stock of the situation. So we need to probe down this road and probe down this road. What a strange coincidence that I brought along so much cavalry, which is so excellent for something like this, you know? Strange. Got a... oh, well, shit. Okay, I don't have the cavalry with me, but, like, I brought them along. There's a lot of defensive positions. We can see. Really, it does not make me, really does not inspire great confidence in me that there's that many defensive positions. Okay. Second division. I want everyone to break out into a skirmishing formation. Maximum mobility with minimum liability. I want you guys to move out that way and just keep an eye on things, really. Could be human tripwires. And yeah, our skirmishers will run out there and probably bump into a large mass of Confederates, but what's most important to me right now is figuring out where the hell everyone is. This was a very interestingly vague briefing. Normally they tell me, oh, we're attacking here, you can expect meat resistance here. Here it was, you gotta take these turnpikes. Probably some guys around here. Maybe some guys around here. I don't think there's anyone over here, but who the fuck knows? Not me. So honestly, I'm just gonna like spam the hell out of skirmishers. That's another reason I see for having a really infantry-heavy army. It's just you get a really increased ability to reconnoiter, which is strange. Like, I'm not moving as fast as cavalry can, but I have reconnoitered almost the entire map. There we go. Some skirmishers and some infantry. Still want you boys over here. At least to cover their fallback. Bolton, I need you up here. Or, well, really, honestly, I wanted to plunge deep into the woods like that. Okay, well, never mind. I'll set up little tripwires. Yeah, I'm seeing Confederate reinforcements coming along from pretty much everywhere. I want you guys to fall back to the place. You guys fall back over here. I want you to establish a defensive line there. So it looks like a Confederate push up along that area. We'll go ahead and set up our skirmishers in that wheat field, because it'll provide them with the best area with the most open ground. And yeah, see, they're not even getting shot. Really. They're getting shot at, but they're not even getting shot. Buford's men can harass these guys. Yeah, Walton and the men can set up there. Buford skirmishers can piss them off rightly. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom, they're chasing us into a cornfield. Looks like the Confederates are going to try and hit us before we've got everything set up proper like. Yeah, Buford's men return fire. And yeah, not the most cataclysmic thing we've ever seen happen to a skirmisher unit, but we can pull these guys back now. Or at least pull them back to there. Just concerned about what can come from this direction. I could set up my forces in a battle line facing that way, but I am tempted to heed the advice of the game and instead simply wait. Almost our entire force is deployed in skirmishers that can be. No, I say almost. Our entire force that can be deployed in skirmishers is. Mostly deployed along here in a big, long Union picket line. There's what can come down this road. I don't suspect much, though. I have an almost inordinate amount of skirmishers deployed there, almost a entire division's worth. So all of 1st Division. So 2nd Division's what's really looking like they're going to take the brunt of the attack, but that fits well with their positioning. 1st Division looks to be holding a reserve. But yeah, a lot of small unit skirmishes going on here. There we go. So yeah, looks like some supply wagons are coming up. Moderately strange, but not entirely strange. And it looks like our skirmishers are about even right now. Even-ish. I suspect the Confederates are setting up a stronger defensive position over there. This is maybe not ideal terrain for advancing, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be capturing these areas or not. I'm waiting for reinforcements right now is what I'm doing. Because that's what I think I'm supposed to be doing. Could very easily take the 2nd Division and push forward. Actually, yes, that's what I want to do. Haven't encountered any considerable Confederate resistance along this road. As such, we will be pressing the attack. You boys just reform. I don't want to deploy those cannons over here. I want Bristow to hold this point, and Hare to hold this one. I don't know, Hare, you hold there. And Dubois, you can move over this way. So just over here. Yeah, our divisions will break out into battle formation. Reedsman can reattach. Seems to have them on the run. Some cannons. I'm not seeing anything in the way of strong resistance, and it confuses the hell out of me. I was expecting something. It makes me feel like I've been supposed to advance. Like I feel like I may have accidentally misjudged the character of the mission. Buford can attach some skirmishers to chase those guys away. Buford himself comes down here, stops running. It's General Lee himself. Bugger. Tell him to get over here. Set up there. McClellan, set up in the woods here. I'm a bit confused as to what the hell's going on and where all these guys came from. So let's try and get a hold of the situation. Here's 3rd Corps with all of our cavalry and Billy Goat Ferrell. They're here to tell us what the fuck's going on. Let's set up a defensive line here. Skirmishers defending the flank. You on the flank. McClellan, you're good where you are. This cannon will be useful back here, holding this line. I'm just going to trust that those boys know the way. Double volley of Union fusillade. There's a lot of them packing. Spear is flanked, but he's got the morale to hold if he can. Should have whacked those skirmishers for me, really. I want Billy Goat to hurry up down this road. So named for... I'm really not sure what those exclamation marks mean. Does it mean we lose if we don't do it? I'm honestly just very confused as to what everything means. I'm rather confident in my 3rd Division's ability to fight from this flank. should it come to it. I want Walton to fall back. I want Reed to finish that charge and just gut the skirmishers. I really want Walton to fall back to right over there. Now I want Reed to bugger the fuck out. Because he's about to get schwacked. And I must admit to be just a bit confused about the urgency of those orders. Those boys are going to break now. Like, do I have to capture it now? Is that what those mean? Do I lose the Battle of Chancellorsville? Quite frankly, if I lose the Battle of Chancellorsville because those are required objectives, I will replay it, just because I don't think I have to take them. I think those are optional until the rest of my corps is on the field. And if that turns out to be an untrue belief, then that's a UI thing. I restart for UI issues, and not much else. So if I say misunderstand and think a brigade has 2,000 men, but really it has 200 because there was a UI glitch or some shit like that, that would be a reason I might restart. But I try and it's more just because I believe that to be an unfair reason to lose a battle would be to due to misunderstanding what my objective is. It's one thing if I misunderstand how to achieve my objective or what enemy force I'm facing or some other amount of tactical miscommunication can happen, but I'm convinced right now my goal is to defend. But also severely confused. I will consult the guides as to what those question marks mean, or exclamation marks. I don't know. I feel like I need to explain it away, even though I probably won't even tell you guys if I restart immediately. I suspect we'll run into an enemy force in front of that wall. I'm rather unconcerned with forming a good firing line. We could take this area, we can secure our flank. This is a strange melee. First Division is yet to be committed. I am fairly confused. Oh, Cutler got shot. Rosser got tossed. Damn it. So here you can see one of my greatest weaknesses. When advancing to contact with an enemy, if I'm not given a very clear set of what to do when I make contact with the enemy, my forces tend to stall in repeated probing attacks, as I just sort of try and feel my way around the situation. So if you ever play me in multiplayer, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to just make the situation ambiguous. Because I die in ambiguous situations. I send divisions out on their own to try and figure out what's going on. If you can keep your forces relatively unengaged for even just a little while, I'll start to wonder what the hell's going on. I'll send every single one of my men to an early grave just to figure out what the fuck is going on. So yeah. I say this because I enjoy a good multiplayer battle. Hello? Yeah, we haven't even seen first or second core yet. Which is the main reason I'm not too concerned, since this is our Vanguard, which has been engaged. So it doesn't concern me too much when the Vanguard doesn't make immediate progress. That means that the Vanguard is, you know, in front. Kershaw's really not doing too well. I think they're too damn tired from the fucking woods. I want him to fall back. I want Cutler to stand there. It looks like they're trying to defend against the crossing. Looks like we preempted that at least. Day. Okay. Okay. So it didn't end everything for me. Good. I was confused as hell. Generally in Stonewall Jackson at present. Okay, so that's not great. Rebels are not leaving. Weird. We expect reserves to arrive later in the evening. The Red will stay in Friedrichsburg to demonstrate an attack upon the Confederates to keep them busy. This attack could cause total destruction to our army while being in enemy territory. We're going to force Lee on the attack. I believe it now lies with me on the far right. I mean, on our far left, the Confederate right. Jeez, who the fuck is here? The portraits all look slightly similar. I think 3rd Corps holds the center and a little bit of a salient. We managed to push out as far as here, but we're probably going to be forced to fall back to here. Maybe here eventually. Left flank holds over here. I think we crossed this river already. And we pushed up to about here as a last. I love this little screen. So 1st Corps. Third. I wonder why these men are so attrited. They're not first corps. They're the first corps. Second corps is the first corps. Weird. Apparently, I have rifle and shit. I believe Harlan to be on our flank. No major casualties yet. Just one hell of a skirmish. So now we're going to secure that flank. East side of camp. So that's where I am. Up on the far right. Displacement over there. Alright, we have our entire army available. I'll go ahead and pause. Save. We're just saving this Chancellorsville. And so we need to cover this entire area. Cutler over here, Palmer over here. So that's First Corps, holding that area. Where's the Iron Brigade? Where's the rest of 3rd Division? Garnet, Piet. 2nd Division of Devons and Reed, along with some guys holding over there. 1st Division there. God knows why 2nd Corps' 3rd Division has deployment over there. Well, and I need to have a talk about what's considered acceptable deployment. Cochrane, Weeks, and Torbert kind of move over here and just kind of, in general, set up on the road, and I'll deal with them if either A, we find a shitload of Confederates, or B, I need to. At this point, I'm hoping to not need to. Actually, honestly, I can pull you in here. Meredith's men can hold themselves in reserve there. Meredith's men can give me some skirmishers to run up to here. Well, Devons and Cook. A human tripwire. Very curious about what the fuck is going on. So 2nd Division. What's the rest of 2nd Division? So 2nd Division is kind of scattered around. Guess we'll get Reed and Truo. Maxwell. This area is looking a little bit light, so we'll go ahead and send them over here. And if we made like the Confederate shit for us, we will know who sent it. Same time, I want some skirmishers. We're getting a wonderful 16 frames per minute. Skirmishers deployed on the edge of that field. See if we can't push up ahead. Looks like we hold the top of a small incline. I'm seeing some Confederate men standing there, and it looks like they're pushing on the left almost immediately. I'm gonna fall that artillery back quickly now, if that's at all possible. I don't think it is, though. I think Leonard's about to just be eaten. That's just annoying deployment, man. Why the fuck is, like, artillery all the way the fuck out there? Alright, Torbert, get the fuck over here and defend this guy. Give me some skirmishers, too. You guys move faster. There we go. Quite a good deal of cavalry pushing up. Fairly portion as our divisions shift along. Good 20 men in that burst. Okay, I want Torbert to run there. Torbert's skirmishers can hold whatever area that is. I fear our flank is about to be turned. Okay, Torbert, you hold here. Deploy some skirmishers to there. Leonard, I want you to pull back to here now. I'm going to deploy my division in these fields, except for Cochrane, who will deploy over here amongst these houses. Weeks in the houses. Tyler here. Okay, good. That should make us able to set up at least a steady flank. Yeah, no shit, it's weaker. Okay, and that should give Leonard time, if you'll take the damn thing. And Torbert, your responsibility is to hold this little outcropping of trees. You'll find your place back and then on to the right. Meredith to wheel that way. We'll just keep tabs on that way. Looks like a cavalry charge up there. But yeah, this is not overly concerning, as we've managed to protect our cannons and our infantry are more or less in position already. Things that are mildly concerning are stuff like that. I want Meredith to move up and far to the right. We're more or less holding him back across the river, though. Not much to be held, but we are holding him back across it. Or not much to be held back, I should say. Yeah, that should keep the skirmishers out of the woods and make them forced to maneuver over an open plain. If they come from that direction, we can wheel our line back around rather quickly, I would think. Cochrane will probably get off a good first, right into Beale. I've done quite a few of them. Not boy. Let's get some of those cannons up. O'Neill moving in. Thayer. Move him forward. The right flank has become chaotic. It looks like the only non-defended approach is a valley, but I'm more or less okay with leaving a valley undefended. Not too much Confederate movement over there. Seems the real battle is on the right for now. Pender's men moving in. I want Meredith to stop. Simply deliver fire. I want Fry to bend back over. Cook. Move forward. Just keep that picket line going. Torbert's honestly winning most of the firefight here. Oh, Cochrane. When you need to wheel, you fucking wheel, man. The main thing he's lacking now is support, which we could get from Torbert. I'm tempted to have Torbert fall back, but he's honestly has such a good kill box right here at this crossroads that it's not really worth falling back, I don't believe. What are Meredith's majors? I think they use Springfields. I check the official name board every now and then because I always forget what Meredith is firing. Looks like there is a large attempt to outmaneuver us to our rear. It's very strange, honestly. We need to hold the farm. Torbert just got schwacked, so we will pull back with Torbert. Because it looks like bulk of the assault is moving around that way. So I want these guys to move back. That is in no way close. Move back over there. Torbert can take up the mantle over here. I think he's just having a real interesting time selecting people who aren't Beagle. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on. Beale. Apparently he's over here. I'm just gonna try and shoot him away. Cochrane's in a strange place. What the fuck is going on? Okay. So the Confederates have hit us on our exposed right. I think we're going to take most of this corps and wrap it up around this way as a defensive measure. Try to force them to fight us on our own good ground. Meredith's men to keep pursuing there. Harland, Garfield, you set it there. Harland and Garfield, you set it there. That should defend our right. These guys will fight for a while, fall back to these woods, and then recover back to here to defend even further up along this creek. Okay, Cochrane, get out of there. Yeah, no, it's time to pull back. It's been time for a while, but it's time now, especially. We're going to get our cannons out of dodge. And I want Cochrane to move back over here. So our number one thing to do right now is to retreat in good order. car to pull back up to here. Mirror. Pull up to here. Pull up to here. It'll open up a pretty big gap in our line right about here-ish in the center. So Meritzman over here will need to be our tripwire, really, for that. Torbert, I want you to pull back here. Torbert's really just such a great name. Okay, there. Good volley. Let's get the fuck out of here. Honestly, I don't even care which direction they're heading now. They're fleeing deeper into Confederate held territory, but whatever. Once we can get them back into like, so this will be a delaying action along here. They'll be shifting up that way. So as I see it right now, so 3rd Division is going to wind up taking responsibility for this area right here, which will include Fry, who'll move up that way. These guys, more or less, don't want to use the word got this shit locked up, but they got this shit contained. We're going to deploy Leonard to right about here-ish. Looks like Fry's about to get nommed. Let's see if we can't sneak our guys around that one. Looks like that cavalry is generally probing our lines slowly. We could do an advancing or an assault, but I don't believe it'd be wise. So I want Bobby to fall back. Skirmishers will push up, and there we'll give them a what for. Fry breaks. Routes. Use a chunk of that army is about to come in through that forest. That might be a rogue division, brigade, whatever you might call it. Anyway, I want these guys to move up that way. Cochrane can wind up holding the flank there for however long he feels he can. Meredith, you hold there. There's kind of a gap right there. Really just a masterful strategic move in general. I want them to pull back through the woods. I want there to leave some skirmishers standing behind. Cochrane will play the sort of unfortunate role of rear guard. And Meredith's men have just been damnably separated. Not much is happening over here, though. And I find it strange that my first corps hasn't even been engaged. I could send reinforcements, but in truth, the only real elements of my force that have even been engaged yet are some 3 or 4 brigades. The main thing that's killing us right now is the disorder. And even then, they're not making near fast enough gains. I want Cochrane to hold there for a little bit longer. I want you guys to run. Normally I would not do this. But the enemy is honestly advancing so damnably quickly that I need to get some semblance of a battle line formed before it all just devolves into a brutal shit-slinging fest. Like we saw in the Antietam campaign. We can't let this devolve into an Antietam campaign. And that will mean running them for a little while. So yeah, run, Cochrane, run. Oh. Meredith's men from hell. That's the general. So they can stop running. There. We finally managed to outpace Jackson's assault. Good golly, it was rather rapid. And I believe Meredith's men and Meredith proper will not be rejoining each other for the duration of this battle. Cook holding on over here. Give me some skirmishers. Go get those skirmishers. The sheer number of skirmishers is really rattling my guys. They're all just pushing around the flank. And it looks like the cavalry probe ended in disaster for the Confederacy. I believe another one's about to pop out of the woods. And they're going to run in front of 2 brigades, which will promptly disintegrate that. And a cannon battery, for good measure. We've lost lots of ground, bled ground, time for ground, or ground for time. I don't even think they could walk there in this amount of time now. And we have them holed up in more or less decent quarters. I want to take care of Nicholas. Okay, Cook, never mind, just stop. I want Meredith's men to begin the sort of long hike back. Let's see if we can get some of those skirmishers to take some of those supplies. Kershaw's skirmishers back up here. And while they might be able to pull it off, it's not worth it. Real fight is over here on the right flank, where just everything's going to hell, about as quickly as possible. Heath's men are pushing up, so we'll push Fry back into the fray. Neither side really seems to have the energy left for duel of bayonets. Duel of bayonets. Some people have slipped behind us. In general, we're just getting a very hectic layout. And Meredith's men have gotten lost in the woods, which is probably honestly the worst place to get lost right about now. But yeah, it looks like our tactical retreat has preserved the army, more or less. It really helped that these guys built over here in these woods. It really did slow down that right flank, which threatened to swing behind us entirely, pass through these woods and come down on our rear. Could even stretch far enough to hit second corps, or first corps. So this would honestly wound up being a second corps that proved the most valuable for Harland. I mean, third corps made initial contact, and they probably could have taken those objectives, to be honest. Like, they weren't very difficult. We can finish. I'll finish here, just in case this battle has anything else confusing set up for me. Let's see what the next day happens. I'll probably wind up saving at this point and resuming in another episode. So, nasty surprise, gaining ground on the right. John sinking for another attack. East course from the southeast, advance simultaneously. Looks like we lost 3,000 men yesterday. Our right flank under Harland. Our left flank under me. Camp defended. And Mr. McClelland. Looks like Lee's about to come up the road, boys. We've been sharpening our bayonets, waiting. Till then, gentlemen, see you all in the next part, on the next day. I will see you, gentlemen, soon. Good day.